Okay, so why make a YouTube channel about EVE Online? Well, for one thing, EVE has taken up so much of my life that all that time put into it probably needs to be put out there in some way. EVE is probably more than a simple game. It's a simple game if you let it be, but it's also kind of a simulation or a microcosm, and there is so much that can happen that actually hurts if it affects you negatively. So, for example, if you lose an expensive ship, you may have spent weeks, months, years in some cases, grinding up the in-game money, or ISK, to get this ship. And when that ship is gone, it hurts. You know, you are free to not fly or fly that ship. The game is so open-ended, it's a true sandbox. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You have gameplay freedom. So, if you want to go and get into player versus player combat, that's certainly something you can do. If you just want to be a market mogul and work the market, make your ISK that way, build up a market empire of your own, you certainly can do that. If you have leadership tendencies and start a corporation, often that corporation is focused on player versus player combat, or it could be focused on industry, mining. If you have leadership personalities, that certainly is a big factor, and then that's where reputation comes into it as well, because your corporation or yourself as a leader, or even if not the leader of the corp, an officer in that corp, has a lot to do with the game. It is true that other players can ruin what you have built up, but that is the challenge of the game. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it satisfying when you actually do defend yourself against someone who would do you wrong, or if you are into that, taking something from somebody else. Also, in a game like EVE, adversity creates camaraderie. So if you have a group of people that you fly with or do things with, and you come across an adverse situation, banding together and actually managing to defend or attack, whatever the case may be, creates camaraderie in the game and friendship, even though it's virtual friendship, and that person may be in UK or wherever, but that is a big part of the game. And that leads me to the conclusion that there are aspects of the game, aspects of leadership and organization, and all kinds of things that can apply to real life, especially social skills and leadership skills, that you wouldn't normally have a chance to practice in other circumstances. So in that respect, it is a really fun game, and everyone should have a chance to try it. There is, as far as I know, nothing quite like EVE Online out there. I've looked, believe me, and I can't really find anything quite like it, because in EVE it feels more real, because everything you do is at stake and affects the larger picture of the game in some way. So I will keep you posted on what's been going on in EVE from my point of view, what's been going on with my pirate corporation, and the journey that we're taking together. It's a small corporation, and we'll go from there, see how it goes.